Walt Bayless from Universal Media Online. So being online is an interesting environment. You need to be able to keep up with Google's changes. You need to be able to have constant content going onto your sites to prove that you've got the freshest website information available. Because quite frankly, there's only 10 spots on the front page, and Google will give preference to those that have the most recent material. What you want is relevant content. You want content that's rich in keywords, but without it taking every second of your day. Because let's face it, you've got a business to run, and the website is simply a portal for customers to find you and to make your cash register ring. So how are we going to get this content? We're going to bring it in from Google's own sources, and I'll show you how we do that. And in fact, it's content that Google actually likes, because in fact it's solving the web's biggest problem, and that is too much content. You see, there's so much content, and as I mentioned, only 10 spots on the front page. And what we do with the Constant Content plugin is provide a filter for that, and that's why our clients are getting such great rankings, because the filtering effect brings together the best content from the web, putting it onto your site with those relevant keywords that you've chosen and set up, and that actually solves the problem, showing one site where lots of information can be found really ranks well in Google. So let's have a look at how we would set up the Constant Content plugin to be live, bringing in fresh and relevant content on your site in 6 minutes or less. So here we are started with an absolutely blank site. So this is the front page, and we'll just go to the admin panel of the blog, which is here. Now I have entered the settings just to save some time, things like tags. So I'm going to just put some information here about keywords, legal services, lawyers, etc. So you'll obviously build your site around the key phrases that you're talking about. So all we need to do now is go here with the Add RSS feed. And we built the system to pull in from Google Alerts plus any other RSS feed that populates through the web. The great thing about Google Alerts is that it comes in and allows for the curation curation style of the constant content, meaning that you can have one post with lots of different information on it. Also, you can do that with any other RSS feed as well. So let's see how we would set up a Google Alert, and remember, this is all included in under 5 minutes. So we'll go to Google Alerts, and what we want to do is we want to set up alerts regarding our key phrases. Now you will obviously be able to set your own targeted information. You can drop in there keywords, competitors, your own key personnel, whatever it is that you want your business site to be about. So I'm going to put in here, for example, lawyer, and I know that I'll get lots of information with that particular search term. So I want everything or only the best results, news, etc. So maybe I just want the news for that particular term, how often, as it happens, only the best results or all. And then what we want to do is deliver it to a feed, okay? So then I just click on Create Alert, and that's now there in the system. I can see under Lawyer. There we are. So now what I need to do is just simply copy that link address and drop it back into my plugin. RSS name, I'm going to put in here Lawyer, and the feed URL, there we go. Now you would obviously set up your categories, etc. Publish now, yes or no. I'm going to click on yes, and I'll just go and get one more while that's working. So we'll go here, and I'll say legal services. Let's drop that into a feed. So legal services is there. Copy that link address, same thing, we'll drop it in here. Publish now, yes, and away we go. Fantastic. So now I'm going to go here to my blank page, and all I'm going to do is reload or refresh this page. And I can see that there, that's a minute ago, and what that's published with is lawyer, etc., the information. And what happens with the Constant Content plugin is it curates this content, so it actually puts a few different stories together, okay? And then if somebody's reading through this particular blog and wants to read more, they can click through and see the full article. So what this Constant Content plugin does is pulls together information from the web puts it on your site, why would it want to be like that, is for the keywords, for the content, and for the freshness of this content coming onto your site. So you can have a business blog where you are writing articles or publishing your own information on a regular or even semi-regular basis, and allow the constant content plugin to fill in the blanks for you so that you're getting relevant, curated style content onto your site, industry specific, keyword rich and targeted, and making sure that your site is being kept up to date on a regular basis. And that content can now have your own voice or comments added to it on autopilot. I'll go back to our dashboard here. Let me show you that one. What I can do is add in additional content. So added content, I can make my own comments here. I can draw in automated comments. I can have links with keywords and anchor text that rotate through. I can bring in specific paragraphs with content. I can add in my own spun content so it automatically rotates any content through the system. So I can add my own voice to this system on an ongoing basis, regular additions to the curation style of the content, and really make this unique. And that's what Google